Hello everyone, I don't know if anyone is eating while watching this video. If so, I advise you to reconsider before we begin. The reason why we'll find out right away. In 2017, the Indian film Toilet, a love story was released, not only achieving massive revenue of 10 billion rupees and sweeping all domestic film awards, but also being screened in more than 10 countries, including China and Canada. The film's content was very interesting, talking about the traditional concept in rural India that toilets are considered a dirty place, so each house doesn't have its own toilet. Inspired by a true story, the film follows the experiences of a poor woman living in central India who marries a farmer and refuses to live in her husband's house if it doesn't have a toilet. The film chronicles the male protagonist's difficult journey, fighting against India's outdated social concepts about building a toilet for his wife. But no one expected that after 7 years, concerns about sanitation from faraway India would spread to Canada across the ocean. A woman posted a video of an Indian man defecating openly on the beach, and subsequently, this video spread widely on social media. The question here is whether Canadians truly cannot tolerate Indians' unsanitary practices, or more broadly, is this racial discrimination directly targeting Indians? You are watching the Crime Channel, where we explore the most mysterious cases. The Crime Channel brings you shocking criminal cases and notorious criminals. Let's wait and see. And as usual, before we start decoding the mysteries of today's case, please leave a like and subscribe to support us. Thank you very much, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to not miss any videos from the crime and true crime. A young mother living near Wasaga Beach in Ontario, Canada, posted a video on her TikTok account criticizing some people who came to the beach just dozens of meters from her backyard to urinate and even defecate right there. She was extremely annoyed because this wasn't the first time. Some people would set up tents on the beach and defecate inside despite having no toilets. They would relieve themselves right there and bury it in the sand. Almost every week, someone would do this, and the beach quickly became filled with landmines. Initially, my children came here to build sandcastles, but now it's become a real game of minesweeping, she said. Therefore, the young mother can no longer let her children play in the sand anymore, and she has abandoned her habit of walking barefoot on the beach. This video made viewers feel nauseous and terrible. Within just a few short days, the video reached 4 million views. Recently, this situation has become increasingly serious. Some people don't even bother going into tents anymore and directly defecate on the beach. The beach, once considered the longest and most beautiful in the world, is now no different from a public toilet. A local summer camp manager commented that because the E. coli bacteria concentration in the water exceeded permissible levels, they had stopped outdoor swimming activities several years ago. Although the girl who recorded the video didn't specifically point out who was responsible, she emphasized that it wasn't local residents, suggesting they were immigrants from outside. Though not explicitly stated, most comments under the video firmly stated it must be Indians, without any doubt. According to UNICEF data, nearly 600 million Indians have the habit of relieving themselves outdoors, and half of households completely lack indoor toilets. Even in major cities with public toilets, they often lack toilet paper and hand washing facilities. This is normal and happens frequently. These reasons make people feel that using public toilets isn't as clean as relieving themselves outdoors. There's another common but unproven view about this habit of Indians, that their eating habits have made their digestive functions more prone to elimination. In short, when it comes to handling private matters anywhere, anytime, almost all Canadians point fingers at Indians. Millions of Indians have refuted this video, saying it's just a small part, like one bad apple spoiling the whole bunch. The topic of Indians defecating on Wasaga Beach quickly became a hot topic online. Most criticized this action, but some said that this is still an old concept and habit from thousands of years ago that can't be changed overnight. However, others opposed this, saying this is Canada, not their homeland. Is finding a public toilet to relieve oneself really that difficult? Public toilets aren't scarce. Even if you relieve yourself outdoors, you need to clean up properly, not just carelessly cover it with sand. Isn't that intentionally affecting those around you? The topic surrounding this story initially started about public urination on the beach, but gradually shifted to discriminatory comments about Indians. Some said the girl who recorded the video is a racist, deliberately provoking people to express hatred toward Indians. Just as the online battle was getting intense, that video suddenly disappeared. The opposing side immediately said the girl who posted the video regretted what she had posted, that the video was only posted to shame Indians. Unexpectedly, a week later, the girl posted another video explaining that she had been visited by police, which is why she deleted the original video and comments. She also publicly shared a video of police checking her mobile phone. Police said they had recently received a large number of complaints saying her video contained inappropriate content and incited racial discrimination. She said she was only reflecting a social issue. Defecating indiscriminately on the beach not only damages culture, but also seriously pollutes the water source, which would harm public health. And she just wanted to remind everyone to be mindful of avoiding these issues. The police didn't deny what she presented, but said that this happened several years ago, and drunk people or animals could also be the culprits. She couldn't target one ethnicity. She said she wasn't racist, but she completely disagreed with what they were doing, and what she was saying in the video wasn't an old issue. It appeared before and has been getting worse. She isn't racist when her husband is Indian and her daughter is half Indian. She only criticizes uncivilized people. Why does this make her a racist? Finally, the police conceded, but still required her to delete the video and comments. Although firm in her opinion, the next day she received a notification from TikTok that her video contained content violating community standards, and her account was locked without any trial process. This handling made her extremely angry, so she continued to create a new account to post the video for educational purposes and confront the Indians who had reported her. When the video was posted, social media exploded once again. People said this issue wasn't being resolved thoroughly. Instead, Ontario police were dealing with the person who pointed out the problem. This was unacceptable. Subsequently, the online community left comments supporting the girl's actions. Many people even followed this trend, calling on people in Canada and even North America to record videos of Indians with these shameful behaviors. Very quickly, the term HHP or PISA became a trending search term. In reality, for a long time, the Canadian government's immigration policy received widespread public support. But once the economic situation deteriorates, people feel disadvantaged. Fewer job opportunities, rising prices making them unable to afford rent or buy homes. In such circumstances, having more new immigrants will affect the interests of Canadian residents. The previously pristine beach now smells foul. They gradually feel at odds with immigration policy. According to official information from the Canadian government, in 2022 alone, the number of permanent Indian residents reached 118,000 people, an increase of 260% compared to 10 years ago. Indians are the largest ethnic group immigrating to Canada. Most of these Indian immigrants work in jobs like Uber driving, building security, retail, and restaurants when they come to Canada. Moreover, the restaurant industry accounts for the highest proportion. With what people see in Indians' hygiene and food safety standards, a movement against Indian restaurant businesses has erupted. Some people even created a map of stores with Indian owners and employees, marking each location so customers could avoid these places. Most ethnicities, when in a disadvantaged situation, become humble and start changing from within their community. But in this case, it's not like that. First, regarding the young mother who recorded and posted the video on TikTok, some people found her Facebook account. They discovered she was a single mother whose daughter was half Indian. Thus, it could be concluded that her ex-husband was Indian, and because she hates her ex-husband, she also has no goodwill toward Indian people. Moreover, in her post, the mother also mentioned posting a series of other videos about this issue, but there were no follow-up videos afterward. So if there's a saying, where there's smoke, there's fire, this young mother had no evidence to prove her words. Additionally, a widely circulated image on Twitter about banning Indians from urinating on the beach wasn't from Wasaga Beach, but from Ghana, Africa, and that photo was also heavily edited and exaggerated. While Indian people might have habits of relieving themselves everywhere, when abroad they are polite, gentle, and law-abiding citizens. In response to the defenses of civilized, polite Indians, the young mother continued to post a video showing a young, able-bodied Indian man standing on the beach to relieve himself, right next to the temporary tent they had set up. After everyone left that evening, she went to the tent's location to check, and inside were traces of sand being dug to cover up the results after relieving themselves on the beach. Of course, for everyone's mental health, the girl didn't film close-ups, but everyone knew what was under that pile of sand. In this commotion, small retail stores at the beach were the most severely affected. Most of their income comes from tourism, especially in summer. Local residents usually come here to rest and escape city pollution. They would enjoy and relax in the beautiful natural space that the beach provides. But the result was that a small group of people turned this famous tourist spot into notoriety. If you followed the recent Olympic competitions in Paris, you can see people complaining a lot about the Seine River's water quality. That's a typical example of people understanding the toxicity of E. coli bacteria to human health. Canadian athletes, after participating in swimming competitions in the Seine River, vomited violently. The scene was no different from a horror movie. This alone is enough to associate Wasaga Beach with similar bacteria, and no one wants to visit. Initially, many people planned to bring their entire families here to enjoy and relax in the fresh environment, but they all canceled their plans. This made it very difficult for small business households, especially after COVID. Therefore, the mayor officially spoke up to clarify those notorious pieces of information. He called on people not to believe false information on the internet. There was a lot of fake information, even maliciously edited. Any complaints about people defecating on the beach are checked daily by lifeguards. The town authorities also conduct regular inspections, and the water quality of some public beaches meets safety standards. People can feel secure coming here to swim and enjoy the scenery. The story of people defecating indiscriminately on the beach is from many years ago. Currently, public toilets are everywhere. People won't lose control and perform such shameful acts. However, what makes people suspicious is that even in videos talking about having many public toilets, you can see long lines of people waiting to use them. So are the mayor's words true or not? Are those words trustworthy? Or are they just aimed at reassuring public opinion? And right after the girl posted the video, a ban was issued on the beach prohibiting tourists from using small tents as temporary toilets. This ban was issued at just the right time, but was also a bit strange. Even the governor of Ontario appeared and spoke about this issue. He also said that using toilets is the most basic knowledge of humans. He believes everyone will voluntarily comply. The Canadian government has also allocated $1 million to Wasaga Beach for building and maintaining public toilets. It can be understood that the meaning behind this statement is that the government has provided money. But the question of why indiscriminate defecation still occurs remains unanswered. So that's the end of today's story. What do you think about this story? Leave your opinions in the comment section to discuss. And before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to follow the next mysterious cases on the Crime Channel.